Jennifer Worsham here. I am the Director of Aesthetics at Renew Health and Wellness, and we are here today to celebrate women, to celebrate all of our lovely female patients. We're here to celebrate them and their accomplishments, and I am joined today here at Renew. May I introduce to you Jacqueline Williams?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome. Thank you for
Jennifer.
joining
it's great
us.
to be here.
How did you hear about Renew?
I was at a conference and a young lady that I had been talking with said that she had an appointment at Renew. She had to get her shot. And I asked her, what is this about? And she began to tell me everything about it. And I realized that the symptoms that she was expressing that she had, they were the same things that were going on with me. Because you know, when a woman gets to a certain age, she thinks that her life is over and that there's nothing else out there. There's no help for the night sweats, the mood swings, the irritability. There's nothing left, but there is. There is. And I made the call the next day, and I am a happy camper. My life has been renewed.
Oh,
You know, I tell people all the time, I'm old, but I'm sexy and good looking. And now I have everything that goes along with that. Because like I said, women think that their life is over. They have nothing else to expect, but that's not true. You can get this treatment and it's all natural and you will be renewed.
No.
And then you will have that pow.
And you definitely have that pow. How long have you been here? How long have we?
This June will be a year, and I've already renewed my contract.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well,
I'm thoroughly happy.
You have, and your skin's glowing. And I know a lot of that comes from the BHRT. You know, you feel good on the inside, and you definitely start to shine on the outside.
Yes.
So you have enjoyed BHRT, but also our Clean Start program, which is our medical weight loss program. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with that?
I started on that program in February, and I've lost 30 pounds.
Oh, congrats.
I'm in the maintenance phase now, and I am doing an awesome job. I'm so proud of myself. I am maintaining. One thing about getting the injections, getting the hormone treatment, and on this program, you're rejuvenated. And it makes you want to make a change. You want to change your eating habits. You want to just have that glow, like you said, on the outside and the inside, you know, to feel good about yourself. And I feel great. I feel great.
So this has been quite an impact for you.
Yes. It's been a journey, but a wonderful journey.
Oh, lovely. Yes. And I believe a little bird told me that you are a local radio celebrity. What is up with that?
When you have enthusiasm about a product, you want to share it.
Absolutely.
So what I did is I called in to John Cleveland's morning show, and I spoke with him, and he was enthralled with me, and he said, "Is this your first radio interview?" And I said, "Yes, John, it is." And he said, "You're doing a phenomenal job. I can't believe it." And he said, "I need you to talk to my producer." And his producer is Kiera, and she and I met in Shockoe Bottom, and we discussed the radio program, an hour-long radio show every day, 5 days a week, with different subjects, different titles, different views, what people are talking about, what people want to know about. And so that should be getting off the ground soon. And I owe it all to Renew.
Oh, well, I think a lot of it is just your dynamic personality. How did you refer to yourself?
I'm old, but I'm sexy and
there
good
you
looking.
Go, honey.
71 never looked so good.
Oh, fabulous. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us
The
today.
pleasure was mine.
Oh, thank you for
Yes.
sharing you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to listening to your radio show.
course.
A local celebrity here, folks, here at Renew Health and Wellness.
Yes.
Thank you so much, my
Thank
dear.
you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks.
So here we are at City Row, and this is in Glen Allen, Virginia, right next to Short Pump Mall. And I am here with Sarah. She is a client at Renew Health and Wellness. And we're here to talk about not only her experience at Renew, but also this wonderful new business. Since we're celebrating women, we want to celebrate their accomplishments. And this is a beautiful studio, and I have been here for classes, and they are amazing. So if you're looking for a low impact but very high intensity workout, this is the place to get it. It's a wonderful mixture of rowing and also, weights and body work. So you get an incredible workout, and it seems like it flies by. So you always want that kind of workout where you go, wow, it's already over? Man, that was awesome. So hi, Sarah. How are you doing?
Great, thank you so much. What a nice introduction.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm coming back soon, I hope. Just wanted to ask you to maybe share a little bit about your experience at Renew Health and Wellness, and how long you've been coming and what kind of services that you've received.
Right, so I have been a client at Renew for 8 years, doing the bioidentical hormone therapy. When I started there, I was about 20 pounds heavier. I was having a hard time keeping the weight down. I was having a harder time building muscle. I was tired all the time, on top of the fact that I have sleep apnea. I was just always fatigued during the day. So after seeing these commercials, I decided I would just give it a try and see if maybe as I was aging, maybe my hormones were out of balance, and they were, and I haven't looked back. So
Wonderful.
yeah, so I've lost 20 pounds. I'm 20 pounds lighter. I have a lot more energy. I'm always moving and on the go, and I cannot recommend them more highly for their hormone therapy. And then recently, I've been trying their O-Shot, and I am 2 shots down and 1 to go, and we'll just see how that goes. I think that will be amazing.
Sure, absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. And I did want to mention, I don't think we've talked about the O-Shot, what it is in this video or on our show yet. So I will tell you, it's a wonderful way for women to, if they're having maybe they're not having as much pleasure as they would like, intimate pleasure. This is using your own plasma and injecting it into your intimate areas. And it stimulates new growth in those areas. All your growth factors are in your plasma. So it basically regenerates and revives and resensitizes those areas. So it's a great treatment if you're having any issues reaching full pleasure. So, make sure you talk to us about it if you're interested in it. I also wanted to talk to you about your business, Sarah, since this is a new business for you, a new business venture. Maybe you can tell us when you opened and how it's going and what your goals are here.
Yeah, so City Row, we opened it in October, just as we were sort of starting to come out of COVID and restrictions. We still had a lot of restrictions, but we could finally open our doors. We are a low impact, high intensity, total body workout. We use water rowers, we use dumbbells, and body weight exercises to give you an over workout. We have a few different formats. We have a fundamentals class. We have one that is our signature class, which is very more HIIT style, right? So we're doing cardio intervals on the rower, and then we're having time off the rower doing our strength training exercises. We play great music. We have fantastic instructors. We're a very supportive environment, right? So we're very non-competitive. We're really about supporting people on their journey, and we're really accessible to everybody. So right now, and I like to brag about it, our youngest member is 15, and our oldest member is about to turn 70.
Wow.
And they can take the same class together, right? And we have some people who have been recovering from injuries. Maybe they have knee issues. So they're able to do this type of exercise with very little distress on their joints.
Yeah, I noticed, when I was in classes, one of the things that really appeals to me is I work with nutrition a lot, and a lot of my ladies want to exercise, but they're intimidated. So they don't want to go to the gym, and they're afraid if they take the classes at the gym, they're sometimes too much for them. Then there's a lot of competition, a lot of people watching them. Here, when you're in there rowing, it's you and your rower. You're setting your pace. I mean, they do have guidelines, let's try to get this many rows in, this RPM. But you can back, if you're feeling tired, you can back it down. So no one is judging you. There's all shapes and sizes here. So, it's not, you're not going to be walking into an intimidating environment. It's very, very welcoming, and they spend time with you when you come in, getting you all set up. If you've never rowed before, it's no biggie. They'll get you all set up and show you how to get your feet in there and strapped in, and how it works. So it's a wonderful studio, and so we're so glad to have you with us, Sarah, at Renew, and so happy you opened this. I'm really excited to see what the future has in store for City Row.
Yeah, we are opening another one too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we have our second one is being built in Carytown.
Wonderful.
So we'll have that location as well. So I'm excited to
Absolutely.
bring it downtown as well.
Yes, that'll be a busy little spot down there. Yeah, wonderful. One other thing I was going to ask you, I think we had talked about you were going to offer some kind of a special maybe.
Oh yeah, so anybody who mentions that they listened to this interview or heard this or were on the virtual event, just mentions it, we're going to offer 30% off their first month's membership.
Oh, wonderful.
And our memberships are not a contract, so it's a month-to-month membership, so you're not tied into any long-term commitment.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
Now we are with Marjorie, and I am working the camera. So just going to ask Marjorie a little bit about her experience here at Renew Health and Wellness. So Marjorie, what brought you here to Renew Health and Wellness originally?
I was seeing the ads on TV, and I was experiencing everything that they were talking about they could help me with. And I decided to come in, make that call, and I came in and I talked with you, and you explained things so well to me, and I was like, okay, I'm on board. And that's when I started. And actually, I was sitting here thinking, I think it's been about 6 years, Trish, that I've been coming here. It's been a long time.
Right.
And I've had the VHRT treatment, and it's fabulous, just fabulous. I don't have the night sweats anymore. I have a lot of energy. I don't have aching bones. It helped my skin. People tell me I look 45, and I'm actually 72.
Wow.
And it helped everything. It just, my whole body just feels, I feel so young. I really do. I feel younger than 45.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you look younger too.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So, so with the hormones, you've been on them now about 6 years.
Oh, yes.
And so your symptoms are gone.
Yes.
Your negative symptoms.
Yes.
And you have some positive results moving forward. And I know you've done some other services at Renew. Would you like to tell us what other things you've done here?
Yes, actually I have, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm actually scheduled again next week to do the dermaplane on my face. And I had a treatment today, the Botiva,
Oh, yeah.
which is just like fabulous for your feminine health.
Right.
And I've had good results from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having I had laser hair removal,
Right. Right.
and that is positive also. I think I have one more treatment,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be it except for the maintenance, like
Sure.
having to come back for maintenance. But everything has been very, very positive. Everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm going to continue everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be doing more.
Good. Absolutely. I'll tell you, I hadn't thought about laser hair removal, but I have been hair free for many years, and I wish I'd have done it when I was 16.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
I know.
All that time I spent shaving. Oh,
And
my
it's
goodness.
awful. Shaving is for the birds.
Right.
I stopped doing it because it was so uncomfortable after you did it. And the way my hair grows, it grows like within a day. Because like when I shave my legs, the next morning, I have stubbles. Just I can run my hand over my legs and I can feel it growing back.
Right.
And that was the same way with, the laser hair removal thing where I did it. and it was like awful. I couldn't do it, so I just stopped.
Right.
And then I found out that you guys did it here, and I was like ecstatic. I was like, when I came in to talk to you, I'm just like, okay, I'm on board with that too.
Right.
Truly.
Right.
I'm on board with everything.
Sure.
But, and the staff here is just like, they are wonderful.
Oh.
I can't use enough adjectives to explain how they are. You just become a part of the family. And that's the way I feel. I love coming here, and I can spend hours talking to Trish and all the technicians and everybody. We just have a grand time. Like when I'm doing my treatments, we are yapping the whole
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love being a part of this family.
Oh.
So if you're having second thoughts, don't take my word. I am a skeptic from way back. I don't usually do things like this if I don't feel it, and I don't spend my money like that if I think that it's not going to help. And it has been really worthwhile,
Wonderful.
totally worthwhile.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue.
Good.
You're going to get sick of me.
Never.
That
won't
You're
happen.
gonna really get sick of me. Oh, and also too, they give free hugs. I have a lot of IOUs because of COVID. We can't hug, but I have a lot. I'm going to catch up when COVID is over.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to cash in.
Okay, I better start working out now.
I
You're doing a
know.
lot of hugging.
I know, but no, on a serious note, if you're considering, come in and talk to Trish. I mean, you can try things, and if there's nothing saying that you have to continue, but I guarantee you that you're going to continue. You're going to want more and more and more and more, just like I did.
Sure,
So-
absolutely. So now no more hot flashes, no more
No.
night sweats. You're sleeping, you're energetic, your joints feel good.
Yes,
You certainly look great.
thank you.
So,
And I'm exercising. I mean, I do that. I have a trainer coming 2 times a week.
wow.
And he's amazed. He really is. He says, you are just a picture of health. He said, no one would ever believe your age.
Right,
No one.
right.
So,
Well, we are happy to have you and so happy that you were willing to share your story with us.
yeah.
And we're going to be celebrating women all month
Yay.
this month. So hopefully there'll be someone out there that hears your story and says, you know what, that's me. I need to
Yeah.
get my life back.
Absolutely. And it does give your life back. It truly does. You will feel so much better. So much better.
Right.
And we'll probably cross paths. If you come in, you'll see me. And if you do, just yank my coattail and just say, I saw the video. And I can give you more details.
Wonderful.
Like if we're face to face.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your openness and willingness to share. And thank you again
You're welcome.
for being in our family.
I know. Come on, be a part of the family. We would love to have you
Yes,
because I am a part of the family.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks again.
You're welcome.
I am here today with Ramona, and she is a client here at Renew Health and Wellness. So just wanted to talk to her about her experience here and some of the services that she has received and what, how she's felt about her treatment. And so I know, Ramona, that you came here, I think last summer is when you started with us.
Yes.
And when you first came in, what brought you in to see us?
I was tired and lethargic and wanted to lose weight and just feel better.
Sure.
So that's what actually brought me in the beginning.
Right. And I know you have done our MIC injections. That's a cocktail weekly injection we do here. It's got all your B vitamins in it. It's got a lot of B12 in it. It also has some amino acids and lipotropics that help detox the body. So I know you started with those injections. How did you do with those?
I love them, and I'm still getting them. It's been almost a year. If for some reason I have to miss a week, I can tell it. My husband is a pharmacist who always thinks I try fads and stuff, So he checked it out for me, and he's the pharmacy director over 26 sites, and he went to the medical director and showed him the form that explains everything that's on it. And both of them came back to me and said, this is the best shot we've ever seen offered anywhere like this.
Wow.
And so for them, they both think I'm a little crazy sometimes, and I like to try fad stuff. So for them to give me that approval was amazing.
Oh, good.
But I love it. Like I said, it really has made a difference, especially in my energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe it's helped with the weight loss.
Wonderful. And speaking of that, you also did our medical weight loss program, our Clean Start weight loss program.
Yes.
And how did you fare with that?
I lost around 24 pounds with that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I was a little scared in the beginning with the 500 calories. I thought I was going to starve to death. But I did not. I was not hungry. I had all kinds of energy. I was not tired. I was not jittery at all.
Wonderful.
I loved it. And I'm going to do another one probably here soon.
Okay, great. Then I know you've also taken advantage of some of our aesthetic services. I noticed on your chart that you've done a couple of the glycolic peels. How was your what was it like for you?
I loved it. It was wonderful. And actually, I had one done at another place in Charlottesville, and this one was much better for my skin.
Mm-hmm.
The one I had before, my skin peeled off. It kind of hurt a little bit, but this was wonderful. My skin rarely even peeled, but you could tell it was still exfoliated.
Uh-huh.
But Jennifer is amazing. She has just made me feel wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and she seems to really know what she's doing.
Absolutely. So Jennifer's our master esthetician, and she has tons of experience, and I think knows more about the skin than any other person I've ever talked to. She knows the science behind it. And the glycolic peel is great because it just gives you such a glow. Really takes off the dead skin and just leaves you glowing. You also did something a little more invasive with us. You did our Morpheus, which is our it uses radio frequency. It's a micro needling device that uses radio frequency, and you did it with your platelet rich plasma.
Yes.
So that's where they draw your blood and separate the plasma out. And then we use that, we call it pure gold plasma, which has your growth factors in it, to micro pin down into your dermal layer, into your skin. And then with the radio frequency, we can go pretty deep down in there, and it stimulates new collagen. So what was your experience with that?
Well, I've actually done it twice.
Oh, good.
So I was a little scared of that at first, but it was amazing. and it didn't hurt. It may be a little uncomfortable, but nothing, no pain, and it was amazing. I have people stopping me now that haven't seen me in months and asking me what have I done with my skin, including my nail lady and another lady that I saw last week that I probably hadn't seen in 6 months, and she just, that was her first comment, was, what have you done with your skin? And it heals so fast.
Right.
I really believe the PRP helps your skin heal. You don't come out of here looking like, you know, you have blood drenching off your face or something. I know so many people look at Kim Kardashian stuff and think it's horrible, but it is nothing like that. It is amazing. And you, when you finish, you can immediately already tell the difference in your skin and see where it's healing it. And again, Jennifer just makes it so comfortable and talks you through every step, lets you know what's going to happen step by step. And like I said, it probably didn't even take me a week to heal both times.
Right. Right.
But
And
I have noticed a huge difference.
wonderful. Your skin looks great.
Well, thank you.
Wonderful. And I know with the PRP you do heal faster, you know, and also the nice thing about it is it's going to continue stimulating collagen for months. You know, it continues to work.
And within 24 hours, you can put your makeup back on and go back to work, and nobody can tell anything.
Right. That's exactly
So it's amazing, especially for all the repair work that it's done for me.
right. And the low downtime is always a plus.
Yes.
For people who are working. It's like, oh no.
Yes.
When can I go back to work and not look like a monster?
Well, I've come in like on Wednesdays and go right back to work on Thursday with my makeup on, and people notice a difference, but there's no damage done. It's
Right.
already starting to heal.
Sure, absolutely. So we also here at Renew offer Botox, Xeomin, different fillers. I know you've done a little Xeomin. That's great for, fine lines and wrinkles. So how did you do with the Xeomin?
I really liked it. Again, that was another thing I wasn't so sure about. A friend of mine was trying to talk me into it for years. And I met Jess, and she and I just kind of hit it off. She's from Tennessee, and I'm from Tennessee, so we both bleed orange. And so she talked me into trying it, and I love it. And she is also an artist with it.
She is.
She really is. And I noticed, immediately the results, and it seems to really work well with the Morpheus, with both of them.
Sure.
It's made a dramatic difference.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate, your coming to join us today and talk about it. We're celebrating women this month and tonight especially. So we are glad you're in our Renew family, and we'll be looking to see you for years to come.
That sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, Ramona.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Worsham, and I am the Director of Aesthetics here at Renew Health and Wellness. And we are here to celebrate women, to celebrate all of their accomplishments. And I am joined with Janine Cody. She will be talking about some of the services and treatment she has experienced here at Renew. And Janine, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can you tell me what you have been here for a while, right?
So I've been doing BHRT for probably about 5 years now. I might be in my 6th year at this point. It's made such a difference that the time goes by way faster now. I came to Renew because I was looking for somebody in the Richmond area that did BHRT, and it was very, very, very hard to find somebody that A, knew what they were talking about, and B, that was willing to do the services. So when Renew showed up in Richmond, I can't even tell you how excited I was. I had gone through a multitude of different processes trying to feel better, to include antidepressants, birth control. I talked to my primary care physician, I talked to my gynecologist, and everybody feels like you're too young. So I was probably 47, 48 when I was getting a little bit nuts in the head. And I say that with humor because if you've experienced perimenopause, you know what I'm talking about. So little things set you off. But I was feeling things this is very uncommon for me. I'm a pretty light person. I like to laugh. I'm always, you're really in a good mood most of the time. Things put me in appropriate moods. If I'm angry, I had the appropriate amount of anger. If I was happy, the appropriate amount of happiness. And holy moly, when I remember my son left a shoe on the floor and I tripped over it and I literally picked it up and zinged it at him. I mean, that is the type of anger that I was feeling. And I thought, this is not me. I would say things that didn't sound like me. I wasn't happy as much as I wanted to be. I can't say that I was depressed, but I was just on a very low level of not happy. And that was not good. I had 3 kids, we have 3 businesses, we had high school graduations, college graduations. I mean, we were going through the great gamut. We bought one business, then the second business years later, and then the third business. And it takes a lot to keep up with that. And thank God for BHRT, because I would not have been able to do it. In all honesty, I would not have been able to do it. So some of the other things that I was feeling, and I know that mental health and physical health and sexual health are all part of BHRT. And the sexual side is, I'd look at my husband, who I believe is quite handsome, and I'd be thinking, and everything from the neck down was going, there was no equal. And that was really frustrating for me. So that was a problem that I wanted to resolve. I didn't want to feel what I can only describe as rage, I suppose. And I didn't want to feel or cry as much as I was crying. It's like little stuff would send you into the next level of emotion. So for me, that was not me.
How soon? And I'm a BHRT patient as well, so I completely get everything that you experienced. How soon for you did you see a shift? Was it dramatic? Was it something?
For me, it was a little dramatic. So I would tell you within 2 weeks of my first insert, I started feeling more energy. I started feeling happier. I started just had a little more pep in my step, which I really, really needed.
Wonderful.
Really needed.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and is it something that the timing of you coming in, it fits your schedule? You're a very busy businesswoman, but everything seems to.
So I made the time. This is probably the first thing I have ever done that was just for me.
Yes.
I mean,
Lovely.
obviously my family got the benefits of it,
Right.
because I was much more enjoyable to be around. And I don't know if you're allowed to say bad words on this, but I mean, I would open my mouth and nothing but bitch would come out. I mean, that's the level I had gotten to, and nothing, like I said, nothing was helping. And I wanted my happy back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So within 2 weeks I started feeling a difference, and I would say within 6 months I was at a really good level.
Wonderful. Well, I know, I see the patients. I'm relatively new to this position, but I know that the people that I have seen, that I have met, they're like family.
Mm-hmm.
They come in and, it's just one big happy family.
Yeah.
And to be able to make a change in somebody's life like that, to have a family member, to see them, it's okay that,
Right.
they're good. Life is good for them now.
Right.
And you take that experience in here and it helps you,
Yeah.
in your home life, in your professional life.
Very much in the home life, yeah. For me, it was home life more than professional life. My husband pretty much does the business side. I mean, I do a lot of stuff for them, but I don't have an office there. I don't necessarily go into work every day. Whatever I need to do, I can typically do from home. So for me, the family life was, paramount over everything else, because I have 3 really great kids, and I love spending time with them. And I wanted to wake up in the morning and jump out of bed and be able to do whatever it is that they wanted to do or needed me to do, quite honestly. My husband is incredibly busy. It takes a lot to keep up with him, and I was dragging So now I don't. And
Sounds
it's-
like Stella got a groove back.
yeah, I'm still, I'm still keeping up with them. But and you want to be able to have a good, because if my kids ever hear this, they're going to go, gross, mom. But you want to have a good sexual relationship with your
Absolutely.
spouse. And I mean, it's been awesome.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
yeah,
Well, we celebrate you.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking the time
You
to
bet.
come in, and thank you for being a part of our family.
Yeah, and I would tell anybody that's interested in BHRT. And I mean, obviously, I would recommend Renew because this is what I know and this is where I've been. But I would say invest in yourself, and because it's the best thing you'll ever do. It's the best thing I've ever done for myself, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. And what is it, like $8 a day if you want to break it down? That's a cup of coffee.
There you go.
Forget the coffee. Get the BHRT.
Well, thank you so much. I
You bet.
appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, no, enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm very excited today because we have Londelia with us, and she has been coming to Renew for quite a while. How long have you been coming to Renew?
I've been coming to Renew since 2013.
2013. So that's almost that's 10 years almost. And so today we're celebrating women. And Londelia is not only a client of ours, but she also has her own business, and she's going to talk a little about that too. But first, why don't we talk about your experience with Renew Health and Wellness? So when you started here, what services have you done here, and what's your experience been like?
Well, my experience has been great. So like I mentioned, I started back in 2013. I started with Renew because I was at 29. I had a surgery that put me into instant menopause at 29 years old. And so I was taking synthetic hormones, and I wanted something a little more natural. So I reached out to Renew for the bioidentical hormone replacement. And it has been great ever since.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. Because that's tough, especially when you're young.
Yes, very tough. Didn't know a lot about menopause. Of course, I wasn't even 30. So I didn't know a lot about menopause, so I did a lot of research. And I mean, my research led me here.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad you came and continue to come.
Thank you.
And what about, so when we started, I started back then too, with hormones here. It was just bioidentical hormones when
Right.
I came. But since then, we've obviously added on a lot of other services. We have a weight loss program, we have aesthetics, we have all kinds of wonderful equipment that does everything from hair removal to skin tightening, to sexual wellness. So I know you've done a few other things with us also. Do you want to talk about any of those other services?
Yeah, so I have utilized the aesthetics part of Renew, and which I think is fabulous, is because it's a one-stop shop. Along with the hormones, of course, there are side effects sometimes with hormones, and just being able to adjust. And so, there has been laser hair removal, which has been really great, and then just other aesthetics that. And the aesthetics department is just so great and kind and wonderful, and is willing to talk you through whatever services that you need. So, like I mentioned, this one-stop shop has been like a great lifesaver.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our goal to make sure that people feel good on the inside and look good on the outside. Because once you feel good on the inside, you want to look good on the outside too. So,
Correct.
so that's wonderful. So it is celebrating women this month with Renew, and I know that's a big part of your business.
Yes.
And so I'd love to hear a little about what your business is about, what you're doing.
Well, I recently wrote a book called Flying Solo. And the book was really, I am also a makeup artist, so a lot of my clients that will come to me will talk to me about their intimacy issues. And so just listening to the issues that they had, and just trying to really help them out. Not only, like you mentioned, you want to look good on the outside, but also feel good on the inside. And so I'm making my clients look good, you know, because I'm applying makeup, but I also wanted them to feel good in all other areas. So the book is called Flying Solo, and it's really about knowing your body and knowing what it is that you like and you dislike, so that you can have an overall intimacy relationship with yourself and your partner. And so I really feel that Renew kind of pushed me in that direction, because once I was able to balance my hormones, I was able to figure out what was going on with me on an intimacy level. And once I did that, I didn't want to keep it quiet. I wanted to share with my clients, with friends, with family, you know, this is something that, you know, really needs to happen. There's a lot of women who are not achieving their ultimate altitude doing intimacy. And so that's what the book basically talks about, is really being able to know your body so that you can communicate that and have this great overall sexual experience with you and your partner.
Wonderful. It's not often talked about, you know, so it's great that you put that out there in a book and that you personally, I'm sure, share information with your clients. It's a great business, because I think we all want to have a very successful intimacy with our partners and with ourselves.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that we get the most out of it.
Right.
The best experience possible. So hormones really help that happen, especially for women who either you know, they have a medical reason they go through menopause, or
Right.
they just go through it naturally. You know, everyone goes through it eventually. And certainly that area, intimacy, can fall by the wayside. So it's wonderful to have you out there sharing information, so women can learn more about how to have a good experience in that area, and also ties right in with what Renew believes, which is we should be living a full life our entire life.
Right,
Right.
yes. And I do, I truly believe that, like I mentioned, I didn't want my clients or any female being able to be silenced or left in the dark about, you know, their issues. I did not address it in the book, but one part of being able to, you know, knowing your body is balancing your hormones and realizing why you're not achieving your ultimate altitude. And so that's something that, you know, we really need, as women, we really need to take care of and make sure that we're taking care of our bodies, because we're all always taking care of others, and we kind of put ourselves on the back burner. So along with the book and with Renew, it would be, you know, great overall. You know, like I mentioned, it's a one-stop shop, so you'll be able to come in if that's something that you need to, you know, be able to balance your hormones. And it's bioidentical hormone replacement, so you're not taking those synthetics that may not give you the full overall wellness that you need.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and we're excited that you're here, and hope to have you here forever.
Well, thank you so much. And my book is actually is on my website,
Okay.
which is thelmsartistry.com, and is also on Amazon as well. As Flying Solo, Reaching Your Ultimate Altitude.
Wonderful. And if you missed that, you can always call us up at Renew, and we'll be happy to give you that information also. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, my name is Dawn, and I'm here today to talk about what it means to be a woman today. And part of being a woman, I think, is we think about how much we invest in other people. We invest in our family, our husbands, our work. But so often we fail to think about investing in ourselves. So I'm here to talk about and encourage you today to think about investing a little in yourself. When I retired, I found that I wasn't really happy. I didn't feel very good. I was past menopause and beginning to feel the effects of hormones that were out of balance. So I thought about how I could maybe do something about that, and I came across some information from Renew Health and Wellness. And I read it and I put it aside, but I couldn't let it go. So I went ahead and made an appointment, came to talk to Trish at Renew Health and Wellness for BHRT, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. And she talked about how much it could benefit me with the effects of being older. And so I went ahead and gave it a try. And I was so surprised and so happy about how much better I felt, how much more energy I had, how much more clarity of thought I had, how much more that I just overall felt so much better, like I was young again. So after a while, I thought about the fact that I had put on some weight and wanted to lose it, and I hadn't really had a lot of success in the past. So I came and talked to them about their Clean Start program. And I was very skeptical at first. Just seemed like it was kind of different, never heard of it before. But I thought, well, the BHRT worked great, so let's give this a try. And I was so happy because I was able, through the medical supervised program, lose 50 pounds. And that was amazing. But then I kind of looked at my face and it couldn't look too much like my grandma, and I wasn't happy about that. So we went and talked to them about doing the Morpheus program. And that made such a difference in my neck and my chest and my face. Everyone said how much younger I looked, and I even felt younger just knowing that I looked younger. But I still had one issue that kind of bothered me, and that was I had some issues with intimacy and with incontinence. And so the people at Renew were so gracious to me, and we talked about the Votiva therapy and what a difference that has made. It has restored my ability to be really happily intimate with my husband, and have to be able to have some success with incontinence without having to have surgery. So I must say that everything that I've had done here at Renew Health and Wellness has been first rate, and the people here have been so wonderful. I have just grown to really love them. And today, this month coming up in May is Mother's Day. And maybe you should think about what it would mean to yourself to be able to happily look in the mirror and know that you've invested in your health, your well-being, and do some good things for yourself. The best thing for me is that at 66 years old, I don't feel like I'm 66 years old anymore. I feel young and vibrant and happy. And I don't look like my driver's license picture anymore. And I'm glad about that. And this has been a wonderful journey, and I'm thankful to Renew Health and Wellness for being there with me. Thank you.